It's Doritos bag ASMR.
Today's episode is brought to you by Doritos. I hope you're just enjoying the sound of these chips in a bag. I find that noise to be very pleasant. Really takes
You're
me
now a
back
Foley artist.
takes me back to those times when I was enjoying a delicious bowl of Doritos nacho cheese flavor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor of Doritos? Do you like the nacho cheese or do you go
I'm
Cool
a-
Ranch?
I mean, I can't, I'm not going to say Cool Ranch isn't great.
Yeah.
Cool Ranch is outstanding. But
It absolutely is.
But original nacho cheese is it's the default for a reason.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I like them. I like them both.
'Cause people don't have the balls to try sweet chili heat.
I might give Cool Ranch the edge.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, again,
I like
both
the
great.
tang. I like the tang more of the Cool Ranch. It's got the tang.
You dip your Cool Ranch Doritos in Tang?
No.
That seems. Oh, it sounds. I don't like the sound of that.
It's the tangy zip.
I did have some of those. They have those
Yeah.
hot mustard Doritos you can get now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, if you like hot mustard,
You know, I like honey mustard pretzels. Like the mustard pretzels.
yeah.
Sometimes honey mustard.
Okay.
Good.
Did they
Good.
did they stop doing honey mustard dipping sauce at McDonald's down there, or
No,
because they did here?
I'm not aware.
that's weird.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's
That
funny
is
because
weird.
it was like not even on the menu at all for quite a while, even though
Honey
you can get
mustard.
it. No, hot mustard.
Oh, hot mustard. Oh, hot mustard. No, hot mustard
said-
is hot mustard's still here.
Oh, that's right. I
You
meant to
said
say hot
honey mustard.
Anyway,
Yeah.
It's like if you go to the kiosk and order, and they ask you to choose your sauce, there's an image for hot mustard that has got
Oh.
an X through it.
Oh no,
They just don't offer it anymore.
that's because that's the best nugget
Yeah.
sauce.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like
Easily.
Mm.
it's
That's
lame.
what you keep saying. I just I don't know. I
Well,
don't know if I believe it.
I mean,
Have you
tried
had it?
No.
Well, then,
See-
So I'm in the position to say that no, it's not.
Well, I mean, you're in the position to
But
say,
you're talking about your ignorance, not
yeah, that's
your
just it.
preference. Like,
I am
know,
uninformed.
I know. I keep meaning to try it. I just haven't had any nuggets.
Hot mustard is the best.
Had any nuggets? Yeah. Okay. Hello and welcome to episode 971
Oh, this is the show now.
of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me as always from Canada, Mr. Greg Seward.
yellow.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Spent
Yeah.
most of this last few days at the rink watching my kid play lacrosse, and they won the gold medal today. So,
Very nice.
Super
Congratulations.
so it's pretty awesome.
So you said rink?
Well, yeah, they're hockey
no
rinks just with
ice.
the ice taken out
That's what they do in summer? They take the ice
for
away?
box lacrosse. Yes,
Yeah. Oh.
and not all
Lacrosse.
rinks because there's lots of.
How
uh,
long of a process is
hockey.
that to take away the ice?
I mean,
From a
it just
hockey
has to melt.
But how long?
It's
does that
not like
take?
40 feet deep.
They get a bunch of dudes
It's not
out
like
there
on a
with hair
lake. You know,
dryers.
they don't have to check the thickness
No?
of the ice before they let the
Are you
players
sure?
on the
Are you
ice in
sure?
hockey.
Did they
Well,
ever?
Then wouldn't it just be wet? What do they do with the
They
water?
Fry it.
This
They
is a
drain it.
lacrosse match, not the bloody splish splash show.
Good night, Springdon. There will be no encores.
All right.
It's 10 miles from my house. I think it's 1 mile from my house. I forget the actual line, but it was funny. Anyway,
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
join
Box-
me.
but I'm just going to finish that off. Box
Okay.
lacrosse is indoor lacrosse,
Indoor
which is not the same as
lacrosse.
field lacrosse, which is played outside.
Because
on
the
a field.
buildings are kind of like big boxes.
I don't know why they call it box lacrosse, to be totally honest. I've never bothered
Hmm.
looking into why
I
it's
call
called
all
that.
buildings boxes.
Was
Just makes it
invented
easier.
by
I mean, they are.
Mr.
Yeah.
Box. Invented it, so that's why it's called that.
I'm going to go
See?
look it up while Phil's talking about whatever he's going to talk about.
All right. Well, joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
This is really awkward because I was going to start talking about the
It's
Box lacrosse.
History of
literally-
lacrosse.
It's literally called box lacrosse because it's played in an enclosed area. That's all it means.
Oh, because they're boxed in.
Yeah,
That's-
There it
that's
is.
exactly it.
Disappointing.
That's oh, you're by yourself. I'm going to call you Han Solo levels of creativity.
There you go.
Cool.
That's a real happening. That's Star Wars canon right there.
Is it really?
Did you not see the
Probably.
Solo movie?
No, I didn't.
You're not missing much.
I figured.
And by much, I mean anything.
Hmm.
But yeah, at one point, Han's basically at an airport or like a bus terminal, trying to get onto a ship, and like an Imperial security guard at the counter. He's checking in, and the guard's like, "What's your name?" And he said, "Oh, my name is Han." And he's like, "Oh, no, I mean like your last name. What's your last name?" And Han's like, I don't have anyone. I don't have a family."
It's not real. Is
It-
this?
It absolutely is real. And it
Got to
sounds
be
like I'm
kidding.
making it up.
It does sound like
And
you're
I'm-
making it up.
Yes, I am being a bit flippant with it,
Yeah.
but yeah, the Imperial Guard is like, "Oh, what's your family's name though?" And Han's like, "I don't have a family." And he's like, "Okay, Han Solo then."
Uh,
That's
Wow.
canon. That is
I
genuine.
guess-
You know that show Andor you just finished watching?
I didn't finish watching it yet.
Okay, well, you know that show Andor you're almost finished watching?
Yeah.
You know how brilliantly written that is?
Yeah.
That exists in the same universe as
Mm.
I it's just me here. Well, I guess you're Han Solo then. That's your name. That's your name now. You're gonna keep that name forever. You're gonna pass that along to
Nice.
your kid.
Hey Phil, hang on. I got something to distract Phil, so he'll stop this lame bit.
Okay, good.
This is
Check
not a
our-
bit. This is
Check our Slack.
just how Star Wars works.
Do you know that the podium winners at the British Grand Prix this morning received trophies that were made of Lego?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
That's awesome. Why aren't they selling that kit?
You think you're a smart guy, but I know because if they sold that kit, then anyone
Because you knew it doesn't mean I'm not smart.
any
one has nothing to do with the other.
any racer, if they sold that kit, the guy who came in second could just go buy the first place trophy and be
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I won."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
why have the race?
Good
Why have
point.
the whole
there was
competition?
also a real trophy involved, but
I don't.
Oh,
I'm just seeing pictures of
That
a
doesn't
Lego
sound-
one. So
correct.
that's like the famous Sonic trophy that Ayrton Senna's holding up. That wasn't actually the trophy for the race. That was
that
just
doesn't seem right.
a sponsorship.
Hmm.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
But it stopped this thing, whatever we were talking about.
It did stop
So
that.
here's what else happens in Solo.
But you know what's awesome? Andor. I think we can all
Yeah,
agree.
Andor's
know.
great.
I'm
Yeah.
2 episodes from the end of it. And
I-
it's just
Okay.
oh,
Okay.
I didn't start watching it till way after you guys, and boy, I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah.
so
I
good.
finally
It's so
started it.
good.
It
Good
is
show.
So good.
It's a good
Yeah.
TV show.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
should we talk about video game news? Because everything kind of sucks.
We get a whole scene where Han Solo learns Chewbacca's name, and he actually has to say aloud, "Oh no, that name's way too long. I'm just gonna call you Chewie."
Oh,
I
Yeah.
can't decide if all this is real or the Solo movie is really the train wreck that I thought it was.
Oh no, it is.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad I never
promise you,
saw it.
none of what I said was made up.
glad I haven't seen it. I don't want to watch it because it'll ruin Andor.
Well,
for
I
me.
also
You
didn't
shouldn't
want. I
watch
already didn't want to watch it. I mean,
You shouldn't watch it. It's bad.
Yeah.
Look,
Okay.
But you should go watch Rogue One again after you finish watching Andor.
I am planning on doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am planning.
It doesn't
on
make
doing
Rogue One good.
that. I
Rogue One is
actually
fine.
thought Rogue One was fine.
Nah.
I enjoyed Rogue One.
Did you?
I did.
Well,
I did.
I mean,
I don't know what that says about me, but
It says that it's okay for a movie not to be the greatest thing ever made. It can still be
Yes.
entertaining.
which Rogue One is not.
Yeah. See, we all
Sure.
agree on that. We
It's
found
definitely-
common
How about
ground.
they-
Look, we've done what the U.S.
Definitely is
government
not.
can't do, and we found common ground.
You know what I liked the part in Rogue One where
didn't work,
where
Greg.
Dr. Evazan
No,
and
it didn't.
Ponda Baba showed up just for a
maybe they
second so
should
we can
remake.
go, oh,
They should just remake Rogue One with the
They-
Andor people,
they should.
so that
They should. Like
we can get it an
The
actual
not bad version.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. Sure,
Oh boy.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, guess what? Video game news happened last week, and the big thing was that Microsoft laid off a bunch of people, including
Oh.
people that we know lost their jobs, which
Yeah.
sucks completely. And then they also closed some studios and canceled projects. So a lot of things. I mean, who could have imagined
The hits
that
just
such
keep
a
on
thing
coming.
would happen? But then also you have Microsoft making like record profits, and then like, yeah, we don't need these people.
Well, you know,
We don't need this content.
Yeah, that was the thing that really killed me about. I mean, yeah, just looking up how their profits just keep going up.
yeah.
There was I forget who it was. It's a Substack that I'm subscribed to. I just get the updates in email, and he wrote something about, it's Nathan Brown.
Nathan Brown.
Yeah, so you probably saw this, but he had a great line in the little essay he wrote about this. The quote is, Phil Spencer has spent 10 years and at a conservative estimate $80 billion taking Xbox from last place to last place. And it's like, yep, that's about right. And he's still got his job. And he's probably going to get a bonus for saving all this money. So,
oh, yeah. Yeah, but AI will save us from everything. Says no one. Well, corporations.
Well, says everybody.
Yeah. Have they even like used AI? Because let me tell you, if you use ChatGPT often, which I do use it, it often tells you the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And then you correct it, and it's like, oh, you're right. I was wrong. Let me give you another thing. And that's wrong too.
It seems like you could just do it yourself and have it be right the first time.
I know. May as
Well, at least you're killing a bunch of trees to get all those wrong answers first.
God, yeah. So.
Oh, my muffins are done.
That was my CO2 alarm.
Bad.
That was my CO2 alarm. Yep.
That seems
probably
concerning.
Get somebody to come in and look at that. I might need to disconnect. I should probably go take care of that.
Are you feeling?
No, it went off. It
woozy?
went off a few minutes earlier too. So I got to go do something about that.
Oh, you should go look at that.
I might be back.
Okay.
You know what? I hope you are.
A text and let you know
open
I'm okay.
the windows.
That's maybe open some windows.
The windows are open. So
okay.
I already tried that. All right.
Bye. Okay. Well.
Okay. The hits just keep on coming.
That's concerning. Oh no.
God. Well.
Wow.
Huh.
Well, how are you?
I'm great, Phil. How are you?
I'm enjoying this ample oxygen that I'm breathing.
I know.
Having a really good time with that.
I know, right?
Oh boy.
Good to be breathing.
Wow.
Still. So yeah, a bunch of things happened in Microsoft. There were layoffs. So apparently across Microsoft, around 9,000, perhaps over that. Not going to make the joke, the Dragon Ball joke. No.
Well, I mean, you kind of just did.
Cut it. No.
You kind of just did.
Not happening.
Even I didn't acknowledge the fact.
I know.
My goodness.
So they canceled Everwild, which is Rare's new IP. It's been in development for a long time. Originally announced in 2019.
Yeah.
We got trailers for it in 2019 and 2020, and apparently, like Phil Spencer said on some podcast, that it was progressing. The progress was being made on the game. Well, it's been canceled. And Greg Mails, who is a Rare producer, been there since the SNES days and all the way through Sea of Thieves, was working on Everwild. He has now left Rare upon the cancellation of Everwild. So that's great. ZeniMax Online Studios was working on an MMO. A friend of ours was working on it, Mr. Ryan Lockhart.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that has been canceled, and everybody who was working on that has been laid off.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect Dark canceled.
Yeah.
The initiative closed. Who knows? Crystal Dynamics was apparently working on that game. Who knows what's happening to that? So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, Romero Games. They were working
Yeah.
on an FPS for
Mhm.
Microsoft Game Studios. That's been canceled. And guess what? Romero Games has now closed the studio.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah, and there were, people across all sorts of teams. Our good friend Nick Zuklich also lost his job, which is terrible to hear
Oh my
as well.
gosh.
And so it's just not
Ugh.
a great time. And my confidence in Xbox, not that it was great necessarily beforehand, but it's plummeting quickly,
Yeah.
let's say. Which is too bad. They've done a lot of good things recently, especially on Game Pass, like putting
Yeah.
Expedition 33 and To a T and South of Midnight. I'm actually kind of surprised that Compulsion Games didn't get closed down, but it's probably because they're working on a PS5 port of South of
Oh,
it's called South. Am I saying the name right? Wait, no, I'm not. Am I?
what are you calling it?
What is the name of that game?
Go ahead and say it.
South of Midnight.
There you go.
So that was correct.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I think I'm saying it right, but now
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm seeing it as something else in my head. But
It's called North by Northwest.
Oh, that's a great.
That's what
movie.
you're thinking of.
That's a great movie, by the way. Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah. Let's hear
Yeah.
your Jimmy Stewart impression.
I don't have a Jimmy Stewart impression.
Let me tell you. Hey, CJ, what do
But
you
I
think
know
Jimmy
Phil-
Stewart would have to say about these Microsoft layoffs?
Well, why they gotta go and do that?
Flawless.
Is it really? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Nothing wrong
Oh,
with
boy.
that. Oh, so yeah, things kind of suck.
Yeah, it's not great.
In the video game industry, just as a whole.
Yeah.
Just with all of these closures and hearing people getting laid off, I mean, it's not good.
Yeah.
And the Microsoft stuff, yeah, amid profits, they're laying off that many people.
At
and
least they were
closing down
nice enough to let everyone know
studios.
how great they were doing as they were. Like in the same letter where they're
Yeah.
saying, hey, you're
I
all
didn't
fired.
read the letter. I didn't want to read the letter.
Oh, it's gross.
I didn't want to read
It's
it.
gross as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
You'd
Okay.
you'd all be very impressed how great we're doing. Also, we're laying everyone off. But rest assured, stockholders, things haven't been brighter.
That's the important part.
Well, yeah.
That's the important
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I mean, I guess bright news for Xbox owners. Helldivers 2 is coming to your platform in August.
Okay.
August 26th.
Okay.
Yeah, Helldivers 2, which is a great game.
Hey, is it going to be on Game Pass?
No. No, it is not.
Okay.
So you'll have to pay full price for it if you want, or just buy it on PlayStation or Steam.
Okay.
Yeah. And while Greg's not here, but hey, Nintendo raised Switch 1 pricing in Canada, which is kind of funny that they are raising the prices of their hardware.
For the original Switch.
The original Switch in
Okay.
Canada. Yeah.
I see.
So
I see.
I guess it's good that we're all on Switch 2 now.
Yeah.
I have to worry about that. Alrighty. Well, I mean, I don't really want to talk about the bad stuff anymore. So we're just gonna skip right ahead to what you've been playing. And Greg's not here, so he can't go. That means Phil, you are up.
Oh no.
I know. This is gonna be a short episode. I have a feeling.
Yeah, I hope Greg's okay.
I hope Greg's okay. But also, this could be one of the shortest episodes.
Good. Well, let's
We
get through
have.
this real quick then.
Let's yeah, exactly.
You know what? I've really just been playing. I mean, I've played a little bit of other games this week. You know what I strangely got into a little bit this week that I haven't played for a minute is I loaded up Dead Cells again. I haven't played Dead Cells in a while.
All right.
You know, that's one of my that
It's like is that a comfort game for you?
it very much is. That and the Rogue Legacies are
Rogue
very
Legacies
much just like I gotta sit back and just things are nuts.
Yeah.
I need to relax. I need to feel good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play some Dead Cells. I'm gonna play some Rogue Legacy 2. I played both of those this week.
Yeah.
And had quite a bit of fun.
Yeah.
With both of those games. Yeah, like I said, I hadn't played them in a few minutes. So, you know, little bit of a confusion as I'm remembering what the controls do. Wait, which one dodges, that kind of thing. But you know,
I'm well aware of that.
You get back into the swing of things. Man, I love both of those games.
They're
so
good.
much.
They're good.
Oh, they're such fun.
Mm.
But in terms of new Asterix games,
yeah.
I've
you played a new Asterix game?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
They have big Asterix and Obelix. Is that his buddy?
Obelix?
Obelix? Yeah.
Okay.
No, I did not play. Although, boy, there are a lot of Asterix games out.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
on the Switch or just
on Switch, on Steam?
Really? Oh, I haven't.
Absolutely. If you go on Switch,
yeah.
Are
they like an asset? Are they all asset flips or something like that?
No, you know what they are. I think they're. Let's see here, Nintendo Switch. It's a bunch of like remastered stuff. I think that was originally on like maybe PS2 or PS3.
Okay.
There's a full on.
Wow.
Are you looking?
I am looking. There's a lot.
Asterix and Obelix XXL, XXL2, XXL3. There's a couple like 2D beat 'em ups called Slap 'em All.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of these games.
And there's a collection. There's a maxi collection.
Yeah. How many games are in that maxi collection?
5?
There's probably like 7 games in there.
$60 and it's got 6 games.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
I didn't know that there
This is what I'm talking about.
were 6 games in there. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, this is the show, people.
You got XXL 1, 2, 3, XXXL.
Yeah.
And Slap 'em All 1 and 2.
That's crazy.
That's our next game club. We're going to be playing through all the Asterix and Obelix games.
Yeah,
and you know what? How suitable for us to be doing deep dives into European comic games when you yourself are decked out in a hat featuring a European comic character.
It's true.
I, of course, refer to Peyo's Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf, yeah.
Is this a nod to you kind of getting that Papa Smurf look?
Yes.
Now that you're growing your salt and pepper beard.
Exactly that. It's exactly that.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
You ever read?
I've been told I should keep this. People like it.
Beard or the
People
hat?
like the beard and the
Okay,
hat.
So
Like
your
the
point.
beard and
You're
the
saying
hat.
people say I should keep this, and we're talking about beards and hats, and there are people who are just listening, so they don't know what you're pointing to.
They don't know.
They don't know what you're pointing to.
They can't see it. I've got a beard.
He's
I've got a
stroking
hat.
his beard, folks.
That's right.
You ever read? This is how off the rails we get when Greg's not around to yell at us. You ever read the Smurf comics by Peyo?
Yes.
Oh, did you really?
Yes.
What did you read? Like when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, yeah, I got some kind of collection of Smurf comics. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So I read some of them.
We were kids back in the 80s.
Yeah.
When the Smurfs were having their heyday
When they
here
were
in
having
the United States of America.
their moment.
Yes.
The Saturday morning cartoon show. There was a movie, right?
The Smurfs and the Magic Flute.
Yeah.
Which
And then
was
also I had a cassette
Oh,
that was
which
the
one?
Smurfs, the All-Star Show.
the Smurfs All-Star Show.
Yeah.
I had that on vinyl.
I might have no, I had it on cassette.
Okay. Yeah, there were multiple Smurf albums.
Yeah.
In Smurf and the Magic Flute. That was a weird movie because it was not, the Saturday morning cartoon was Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
Smurf and the Magic Flute, not a Hanna-Barbera production. I believe that movie is from like the late 60s.
Really? Oh, I
Oh,
might
no, I
not have
lied.
seen
It's
it. I'm not
but
sure I've seen it. Okay.
it's from 1976.
Oh, okay.
We got that movie over here in like what, 82,
I know. Yeah.
83?
Well, the world moved a lot slower back then, Phil. It was
Lack of the
before
internet and all.
It was before AI came for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I had
I had those little plastic figurines.
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
Smurfs.
I had
Yeah.
a crap load of those.
Yeah,
I was
and
big
also
time
the
into Smurfs.
house.
Yep.
Like at least one of the houses. I don't
Yep.
even know. It may have been multiple. But
Yeah. I had multiple Smurf comics from back in the day that they released over here.
Yeah.
And they were older as well. We didn't know that at the time.
No, we didn't.
Those were probably like from the 70s as well.
Probably.
And do you know there are collections now? They're reprinting
really?
those.
Oh, okay.
I got a couple on the old Kindle.
Oh,
And it's
all
pretty
right.
great.
Cool. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's
get back to video games.
That's our Smurf minute.
That's our tangent.
That's our trademark Smurf minute that we always have on this show.
Yes.
I've been playing some what's it called? The Yakuza Zero.
Director's cut.
Yeah, the same.
Nice.
I'm in chapter 4 now.
Oh, okay. So you're still behind where I am.
I am. Are you?
Which,
where
by
are you
the
at?
way, I did a quick Google search.
Oh,
See how many chapters there were.
Yeah.
In Yakuza 0. 17.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, okay, so I'm nowhere near the end of this. Like,
No. Got a ways to go. Where are you at?
A little while. I'm in chapter 5.
Okay, you're still in 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm in 4, and yeah, I'm getting super distracted by side quest stuff.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
I've done some side quests, but
yeah. See, I've been like,
yeah.
I started chapter 4, and like the chapter starts where you're like, okay, you're playing as Majima in this one, in this chapter, and it starts up and he's like, okay, I'm waking up, it's a fresh day, I gotta get to work, I gotta go get to the club that I manage. And I'm walking to the club, and as I'm walking to the club, I'm like walking around the corner, and then suddenly someone's there like, oh, hey, I talked to some random NPC.
Yes.
He's like, oh, look at me, I got a crazy mobile phone. I got like an early 80s mobile phone in a big bag around my neck. You want to use it? And then that turns into a whole like sub quest plot line.
Oh, really? Okay.
That turned into like a multi-segment.
I think I did run into that guy. I didn't do it though.
Oh, okay.
I continued on
there's
to
a whole
the grand.
There's a whole side story.
Okay.
I'm running around doing that thing for him, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's a little girl standing outside the arcade. What does she want? Oh, she wants prizes from the UFO catcher. So then it turns into suddenly I'm trying to win her all these prizes. And then I pass by a restaurant, and this girl stops me, and she's like, oh, hey, I need you to pretend to be my boyfriend for a whole other sub-quest plot. You're looking very confused by all this.
I did something very similar to this, but I think it was part of the main quest.
Oh, really?
So I don't know. I don't know. I did pretend to be somebody. No, it was did you go to the telephone club?
I haven't been to the telephone club yet.
Well, no. So
no.
I did a UFO catcher and pretended to be somebody's date, basically.
Oh, no, someone
okay.
Someone was like, oh, my dad's trying to hook me up in an arranged marriage.
Oh, okay. I did
and
not
he's
do
coming
that.
to town, and I need you to pretend to be my boyfriend
Oh,
because I told my dad that I'm dating a guy who is really scary looking, and he has an eye patch,
oh, and clearly that's you.
and it's
Well,
like, yeah,
you're
what
a
a
dead
coincidence.
ringer for that. I know.
Luckily,
What a
Majima just happened to walk by.
coincidence. That's great.
But
Hmm.
I mean, they make a joke about that in the game as well.
Okay.
That she's being overly specific when it comes to her lies about her fake boyfriend.
So you haven't been to the other club yet.
I know I did.
You did.
You
So
go
you've seen. Okay.
when you go into what is it, the Odyssey?
Yeah, the Odyssey.
Yeah, I did the bit where you go because I think that's the end of chapter 3.
Okay.
I think where you go to
That
the
was
Odyssey and
fun.
you're poaching their
Mhm.
star girl.
Yeah. Well,
And
you
then-
think you're gonna do that.
Yeah, and then some thugs show up to like, oh, we didn't give you permission to take this dame. You're gonna have to fight us.
Mm.
And then I beat them up. Yeah.
Beat them up each time.
That's a Rumble in the Bronx reference.
I saw that. I think Judgment was like $8 on PlayStation. I was like, should I
Yeah.
check out Judge? But then I was like, I'm playing too many RGG games right now.
I mean,
I've got too
Is
many
there such a thing?
RGG plates spinning in the air.
well, you
right
did. You
now.
don't want to get them all started at the same time.
Right. That would just be disastrous.
That's why you shouldn't have went into Pirate Yakuza because you're
That
never
really
going to go back
ruined
in.
the whole thing.
You're never getting back to Infinite Wealth now.
I want to though.
You want to, but you know what? I want a pony.
Do you really? No, you
No,
don't.
I actually have
You're
no.
lying.
I have no desire to get a pony. I've
Yeah.
never wanted a horse. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
No. I rode a horse once and it was very unpleasant. I did not have a good time on the horse.
What did the horse feel about it?
He seemed indifferent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what happened? I'm gonna go on another side.
Let's
I'm
go.
getting distracted by
we
the
got
side
time.
quests here.
We got time.
It's like a Yakuza game.
Yeah.
So I was at some like a ranch type thing, little mini
As you do.
vacation.
As you do in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, this was like early aughts actually.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
no, this was
Oh,
me and
okay,
Dana
this is
went there.
recent.
This was it's not recent. This was like 25 years ago.
Well, more recent than you've been on a horse more recently than I.
Wow, that was really recent. That thing you did a literal quarter of a century ago.
It's been like 40 years for me.
Okay.
Probably.
Oh, this was Dana and I. We're at a little ranch. This was when she was going to school in Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri for the locals. And I was living out there with her, and we went to some, we spent the weekend at some little, out in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
ranch type thing. And we're
Sure.
riding a horse. We're in a group thing. We're all riding our horses. There's a person leading the horse riding.
Uh-huh.
I, of course, had never been on a horse before. So I'm very tentative about it as,
Of course. A
Yeah.
horse, of course, of course.
of course. That's a Mr. Ed reference. We are the youngest people on the planet who know what Mr. Ed is. Keep that in mind.
That is true.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. And a horse
Until they
fly
remake it. Yeah. Horse
started to
fly.
irritate my horse. Have you ever seen a horse fly?
Yeah, I've seen a horse fly.
Horse flies are friggin'
Big.
huge.
Yeah. Yeah, they're big.
Horse, you think, he flies, a little bitty house fly, a little me. They're nothing. Just shoo them away.
Yeah.
But horse
Horse
flies are
flies.
huge.
It's like the alien queen.
They're like a size of an Oreo cookie. They're big and they're ugly.
Size of an Oreo cookie. They're oddly specific.
Yeah, well, they're big.
They have a creamy center.
I don't know. I didn't want to find out, and that was my problem
Ah.
because there was this big horsefly trying to bite my horse's ass, and the woman leading the group told me to smack it, to kill the horsefly, because she didn't
Yeah.
want it biting the horse because that would scare the horse.
What would smacking the horse's ass
Well, that
do,
was
though?
my concern,
But if I do this, then won't that be
because
bad also?
first of all, I didn't want to kill this gigantic bug with my bare hands,
Yeah.
because that's freaking
That's one
gross.
thing. Yeah.
Also, if this thing can like injure a horse by biting it, what's it going to do to me?
Well,
Significantly smaller and weaker than a horse.
true.
And so I'm trying to like shoo it away, and that's not doing anything.
Uh-huh.
And this woman is getting very irritated with me and yelling at me to kill it, hit it, kill it.
You're like, look, lady, get off your high horse and come.
Literal.
Yeah.
And she
Oh.
didn't say the word city boy, but I could tell she was thinking it. And finally, I go and smack the thing. But of course,
The woman.
wow. Wow. That is not what I said. Phil Theobald of the Player One podcast did
I'm
not say those
sorry.
words.
I'm sorry.
Those words were spoken by Chris Johnston.
I'm just listening to your story. You were talking about the.
So I
You
hit the
said
fly.
You hit the thing.
I go to smack the fly.
Okay.
Strangely enough, I was not referring to the
Specific.
woman as a thing.
Be specific.
Chris Johnston,
I'm sorry.
who said those words, not me. Goodness
I didn't.
gracious.
No, I was trying to be funny.
CJ's praying for a CO2 alarm to go off so he can get out of this conversation. So I smacked the fly, which of
air
course is
myself.
too quick for me. So I end up smacking the horse's ass, which of course causes it to start running off. Thankfully, it only got, it didn't like go far. It took a few steps, and I'm pulling on the reins. Look at me using the lingo. And it stopped, but yeah, then the fly decided to move on, I guess.
Jeff Goldblum.
But she was not happy with me. The woman, the guide,
The guide.
was not happy with me.
Okay. I'm there with you now.
Anyway, what this has to do with Yakuza Zero, I have no idea.
I don't
But
know.
I'm
That could be
enjoying
a side quest in Yakuza Zero.
exactly. I'm enjoying the game though.
Yeah, it's a good game. It is.
Here's a problem I have. And it's not so much with the game.
Yeah.
So, and maybe this is an option I can adjust in the system. Of course, I'm playing this on the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah. Unlikely, by the way. I don't know if you've looked at the options.
I have not.
Not many.
Because this is an option that is, for most of the time, a very good option.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much when playing a Yakuza game. So the screen likes to dim after what, 5 minutes?
That's a Switch thing. Yeah.
Well, obviously it's a Switch thing.
Yeah.
Is this
I don't think you can turn this off either. I know what you're talking about.
Can you bump it up to maybe like go dark after like 10 minutes? Because
No.
the thing about the Yakuza / Like a Dragon games is they have lengthy cutscenes. So when I'm watching one of these cutscenes, I have to sit there
Yes.
and just every now and again just give the little analog stick a flick,
Yeah.
just to give some sort of input in my controller as I'm watching this, because otherwise, after 5 minutes, all of a sudden the screen starts to go dim. So
I have noticed that as well.
they need to do something about that on a system level.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe there is something that you can do with that.
Is
I'm
there-
not sure.
As a game developer, is there a way to override that in your game's code where it's like that doesn't kick in if you're watching a cutscene? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a programmer.
Not sure.
I don't know if
I
that's
somehow doubt it though, 'cause
Oh.
I'm sure Sega would have implemented such a thing.
I am seeing here in our
For-
chat,
Yeah.
Hacker Alias Inferno 9 claims that they believe it can be done in the display settings. So I
Okay,
may have to
okay.
go look into that. I say I may have to, but I'll go look into that
Yes.
because that is a frequent issue when playing Yakuza Zero Director's Cut.
Hmm.
So, but that's
true,
yeah.
Phil. It's true.
Other than digging into some classic favorites of mine,
Yeah.
Yakuza Zero is like the big thing I've been playing this week.
Okay. All right.
So,
All right.
what about you, CJ?
Phil, I have been playing the classic game Yakuza Zero Director's Cut.
Now, which one is this?
And I'm in chapter 5. I helped I don't, should I say? I helped a blind woman escape some thugs.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
pretty
helping blank
surprising.
escape thugs is like 90% of what these games are.
I know. She was a blind masseuse. There's a whole thing that happens where Majima is suddenly getting a massage
Oh, okay.
from this blind woman, and then things happen, and you have to help her get out of trouble. You have to rescue her from some goons, and that's the first. That's number 1, and then number 2, you have to escort her safely to away from danger. Away from
Oh.
danger. Yeah. So that's been fun.
All right.
And pretty much that's all I've been playing. I also played Peak a little more yesterday with our good friend Mike. Peak is great, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's a co-op climbing game. The mountain changes every 24 hours. Everybody gets the same mountain. And it's just a fun, kind of chill, figure out how to climb this mountain game. And you get some supplies. You have like a backpack that you can only fit so much into, and then you have a little stamina bar. Like it's a fun little game.
Hmm.
Very easy to play. Very fun.
Yeah.
And it was only like $8. So
Okay.
yeah. It's a good time. It's a good time. You can play it solo or you can play it with friends, up to 4, I believe. And it's a good time. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all I've been playing. We are done in record time, Phil.
About time.
I know.
Little concerning I haven't heard anything from Greg.
That is a little concerning.
I figured maybe he might
Pop in.
just ping, well, maybe not even if he doesn't return to the call, at least ping our Slack thread just to say,
hey, everything's okay.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
fingers crossed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see CJ just pinged the thread asking Greg if he's okay.
I did. And then I know that our good friend Mike is also trying to contact him as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
who knows what's happening there?
Oh,
Hope
boy.
everything is all right. That kind of thing, those detectors, that's no joke.
Oh, well,
Should
yeah.
always make sure
Yeah.
it's got enough batteries and that.
Although, quite frankly, the fact that it apparently went off earlier
Take
today
heed.
and he's still hanging around, I'm like,
Yeah, you better get that checked.
yeah.
I know. Jeez.
Oh, boy.
And we will let everybody know.
Oh, yeah.
when we hear.
Yeah.
So
Follow our
all right.
Blue Sky account to find out about Greg's status.
Yes. All right.
Ugh.
Let's do some blue skies.
Okay.
Let's do blue skies.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get out of here real quick.
I want to fly sky high. Let's go together.
All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias, Mr. Nelson, who says, I am having so much trouble finding escapist enjoyment in video games these days. Yes. And
Yeah.
find myself pining for when the Dreamcast and GameCube were my go-to consoles. Any recommendations for modern games that would have been at home on those machines?
Ooh,
Hmm.
boy.
At home on those machines. That's.
I mean, you know what? This is gonna sound like a cop out,
Mhm.
but Yakuza and Like a Dragon.
Yakuza and Like a Dragon. Absolutely.
Those are heavily Dreamcast coded games.
They are. And the great thing about the Yakuza series, you can pretty much pick up any of the games.
Yeah.
Although I started with 7, and maybe starting with Yakuza Like a Dragon is good, potentially a good way to do it.
Yeah. I
but
mean,
it does feel like a Dreamcast game.
they really do.
Yeah. That's a good shout for sure. By the way, I
And-
played a little bit of Promise Mascot Agency. I didn't talk about it on the show.
What is that?
Promise Mascot Agency. It's from the developers of God. What is the name of that game? I always
I'm looking it
forget
up now.
God, always forget the name of their other game.
Kaizen Gameworks?
Yes.
What has Kaizen Gameworks done?
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm looking it up now. Paradise Killer.
Paradise Killer. That's the one. I keep forgetting the name of Paradise
I
Killer.
don't know what this game is either.
Yeah, it was on Game Pass, on a bunch of things too.
Okay.
Promise Mascot Agency. You might be down with this,
Really?
Phil. It feels Dreamcasty a little bit.
Okay.
You are a Yakuza.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of a Yakuza thing going. You're part of like a crime family, and you were disgraced because you get beat up and the family's money gets stolen and it's all your fault. But instead of having to commit seppuku or you know otherwise be unalived, you instead are taken to this place where the family is running a mascot agency, so like costumed characters
Right.
basically, and
Right.
they're running a side business with costumed characters, and you must now manage that business and make it successful to gain the money back that you lost by running this mascot agency. And it's all voiced in Japanese with English dialogue boxes, but it's real wacky. It's real eccentric.
Yeah.
And there is a 2-hour trial on PS Plus. If you have premium, you can play this on your PlayStation 5 computer entertainment system. And I think it might be something you're into.
Oh,
I
yeah?
played like a half hour of it, and I was like, this kind of feels a little bit Yakuza-like in a way.
Yeah.
So, and it's real wacky.
Okay. I'm
real
looking at some trailers here.
So I want to try it.
Okay.
But that's reminding me of like Dreamcast,
Yeah.
GameCube days.
You know what else might be good for that is what's it? Bomb Rush Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk. Yeah.
That kind of like, I mean, it's a Jet Set Radio.
It's a Jet Set Radio. Like, hey, look who's
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Jet
is Greg
Set-
back?
Whoa.
It's Greg.
You're back.
Everything
Hi.
okay, Greg?
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's just an old detector acting up.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah, I had
Okay.
fire department was here.
Oh,
The fire
Oh,
department was
gosh.
here. Yeah,
oh,
we got to talk to some sexy firefighters, and
okay. All
you should have
right.
got them on the show.
Yeah,
no,
we could have used some
But I
sexy
found out that,
firefighters to bail me out of the horse story.
the guy who was
Earlier.
driving the fire truck was graduated with me. He was in my graduating class.
Oh, look at that.
okay.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay.
Yep, all
Phew.
good. You're probably gonna hear some chirping though, because I took down the one that was acting up, and
Yeah.
you just probably just heard that.
No.
I did not.
Even though it's disconnected from power and I took the battery out, it's going to keep chirping until it totally dies.
Well, that's
So
unnerving.
it's
That
fun.
is.
I'm here. Hey,
Okay.
how are you guys?
Fine.
We're great.
Good. Good.
Oh, I see.
Greg?
I see. Bill also mentioned in our chat, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk and Katamari,
Yes,
which
and
those are
Katamari.
both good. We're talking
Also-
right now, Greg, about games that feel like they should belong on Dreamcast or GameCube,
Yeah.
like
Modern games
modern
that
games that
would have
give
been
off
at home on
GameCube and
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast vibes.
Yeah.
And Katamari and Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe To a T as well.
Oh yeah.
To a T has that kind of vibe to it a
It
little.
does. You're not wrong.
It's very
Oh, you know
joyful.
which other one? And this came out on PS4 and Switch, although I've heard the Switch version doesn't run that well.
Uh-huh.
But Disaster Report 4
All right.
Oh yeah, Disaster Report.
is definitely got that kind of Dreamcast vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Really, did I miss the news and what you've been playing?
You missed everything.
I mean,
Wow.
we finished up news pretty much.
Yeah.
So the news was everything sucks and
Yes.
Everything sucks.
And
and the
what we've
Switch
been
is getting more
playing
expensive, so that's awesome.
what we've been playing is everything's Yakuza Zero.
Do you remember
What?
in the old days
Mm-hmm.
when game consoles would go down in price?
I do
The older
remember
they
that.
got,
Yeah.
Is
we
that a
just
thing
didn't know
that
how
happened?
good we had it.
That doesn't happen anymore.
The salad days,
Under
all or
50
nothing.
bucks.
the all or nothing days.
Well, isn't that nice?
That's right. The fun is back
Oh yes, sirree.
with the
hate video games.
2600 from Atari.
That's a great commercial.
Yes, it was.
It's true.
The fun is back. Oh yes, siree.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bow. I'm right there with you. What have you been
Did you-
playing, Greg? Do you have something to add to what have you been playing?
Oh
I
yeah.
I jumped back into Expedition 33. Hadn't played it in a couple
Nice.
weeks.
Yeah.
Last couple weeks have been super busy with between practicing for that iRacing event and oldest daughter graduating and everything that goes along with that, and the other two being super busy. So I hadn't had a chance to sit down and play much, but besides Picross, which I'm still playing too much of. But
No such thing.
yeah,
Me
I
too.
fired up Expedition 33 again last night. I'm in this area called I don't they're cliffs. They're right on like a seashore. And the thing that gets me about that game, and I guess it's because I had put it down for a couple weeks. But even when I was playing it like every other night, every new area I visit in that game, I'm just like, oh my God, this game is beautiful. Like
Yeah.
it's always stunning, even though the whole game looks like that and also sounds like that. Like it's I've known it's great since I started playing it, and I'm still always just like floored by how it looks and how it sounds in like every new area.
Yeah.
I was looking up actually because I've been trying to place sort of what the music in that game reminds me of, and it finally hit me when I was playing last night. It reminds me of like a Cirque du Soleil show.
Hmm.
Like I don't even know, I don't really have the words to describe that either, but I kind of started looking up, like I went to look up the name of the composer and I haven't gotten any further than that, but I kind of want to see like if he's related somehow to that world, or if he's done any of that work. I tend to doubt
don't
it,
think so.
but because Cirque du Soleil is like a Canadian thing, right? That's where it started. I think it's North American either way, I believe.
Okay.
So, and I believe the composer for this game is from France, I think.
Yes.
So yeah, but either way, that's what it reminds me of. It's got that same sort of almost like ethereal quality to it.
Absolutely does.
And I think that's why I like it so much, because I'm a big Cirque du Soleil fan too. But
And the music is just so good.
it's so
too.
good. And if you've gone and looked up
Just-
how much music is in that game,
Yeah.
A ton.
like I finally went to the Spotify playlist and I was like, holy shit, like this
4
list just keeps
discs.
going.
It just keeps going. Yeah.
Yeah. I really want
That's
that
great.
on some sort of physical media, because
great
man, it
stuff.
sounds great. But yeah, that's what I finally jumped back into that, which I was happy about, because I've been sort of itching to play it for a while and I just couldn't find the time.
I need to get
And
back
it's
to it, too.
still great. It's still great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They are doing a vinyl soundtrack.
Yes,
I'm not shocked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will
Good
definitely
deal.
be grabbing that. But that was really it. That and Picross, the one with the super long name that's all about art.
Yes.
The VTuber art one.
The VTuber art one, which it kind of makes me feel oh my god. I have a visitor.
What?
It kind of makes me feel dirty that I like a VTuber art Picross. Come on in. VTuber art Picross so much because it's just this stupid anime thing that I wouldn't normally be interested in, but the puzzles are really good. And I also love that she gives you like a little rundown of the piece of art
Yeah.
that you've just finished. And
Art
everyone,
history.
CJ's best friend Mike
right.
just walked in
Oh,
Look at that.
All right.
because he
Yeah.
was worried about me.
Well, yeah, he did say.
Congratulations, you've got carbon monoxide poisoning since you walked in the door.
Breathe it in.
Special guest.
So continue on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
We shall continue. But I mean, also, I would suggest to Mr. Nelson, find a comfort game that you play, like Rogue Legacy or Dead Cells or something like that you can
Yeah.
go back to,
Or just play Rogue Legacy and Dead Cells.
or that, or
They're great.
Hades, or like something, or I think for a lot of people, that's Balatro is kind of filling that void. Like, I think
what?
that's a decent.
You know what? Dave the
do.
Diver.
Dave the Diver is
Dave
a
the Diver,
great-
I could see
is a great suggestion.
being a
That is
GameCube or Dreamcast
Yes.
game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that has Balatro and Yakuza.
It does.
Although I believe the Balatro DLC is no longer available.
Probably so.
Yeah. I think that was
Is
a
the
timed.
Yakuza DLC going away soon if it isn't already?
Which one?
The Like a Dragon DLC?
I believe that goes away in October.
Okay. Okay, so it's
And actually, you know what? I don't know if it's still available, but the Godzilla DLC for that,
yeah.
which was gone, recently came back.
Oh, really?
They got
Huh.
the rights to put it back up for
a limited time.
a limited time, whatever that means.
I see.
And I believe that is free DLC.
Okay.
The Like a Dragon DLC is like $7 or $8, but I believe the Godzilla one is free. So
Okay.
that's one to try.
Let's do this one from Hacker Alias. Well, we'll do this one from listener Jason, who says, "Am I the only one not looking forward to Donkey Kong Bonanza? It just looks boring to me. Are people actually excited about this game because it looks fun? If so, what am I missing? Or because it's the only other first-party Switch 2 game to play?" Wow, Jason being a real downer on Donkey Kong Bonanza. I can really hear Greg breathing too because he hasn't talked to the microphone yet. And
Sorry, is that better?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Uh,
are there other Switch 2 games to play?
Not many new ones.
I am looking forward to Bonanza.
Yeah, so am I.
Me too. I think, Jason, you're the only one. I'm
I
sorry.
think it looks great.
You're the only one that's not excited about this game. And plus, we got confirmation last week, I think, that it's from the same team that worked on Mario Odyssey. Of course, they didn't go into any more specifics about who is on the team, but...
And now we're finding out they probably should have gone back to the same team that worked on the first Donkey Kong Country because they're probably available.
Ooh.
Well, they left. Greg Mayles left
yeah,
Rare,
I know.
and Platonic is the rest of them. So I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Well, maybe Microsoft
Just
will sign
fuck
them to make a
Microsoft
new
is what I'm
Banjo Kazooie game or something.
Yeah, that would be nice to rub salt in that wound. That'd be good.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of all the studios they closed last week. It's very depressing.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to be great, and because I have it on the Fantasy Critic draft in our Discord server, and somehow I landed that game, and that is going to net me a lot of points in the fantasy draft. So I want it to do well for that reason and that reason only. No, but I'm kind of hyped about it. kind of hyped about it. I thought the direct was good. I thought the overview video, it looks really good. So yeah, I'm ready for this.
I haven't watched any of ever since the Treehouse stuff at the very beginning when they first announced it. Like I saw obviously the reveal,
Yeah.
and then they did a Treehouse thing on it. What, that week, I think.
Yes, like the day after.
Yeah,
or the
and like
2
that point,
days
I-
after.
like I want to play this.
Yeah.
And so it's like now I'm not really even paying attention to any of the.
Oh, so you didn't watch the direct? You've not
No.
watched the overview?
Because I don't care. I already know I want to play it. So
Sure.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'll experience that when I play it.
Okay. All right.
So.
All right. Yeah. Oh, well, let's do this one from hacker alias Docky, who says, have any of your children taken interest in making video games? What were some fun experiences? Any tips for other parents?
No.
Ben
And I
has
would
done.
I would actively wave them off, to be honest.
Wave them off the industry or making games?
Wanting to make a living making games.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I guess that's not really the same thing now that you say it that way.
No. Like making
Ben-
video games or like making levels in something is fun.
Yeah.
Ben and his
I think-
friends have made little Roblox games.
Yeah,
They've done, and it, it involves like actual coding and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And they've messed around with that quite a bit. So yes, there is definitely an interest in doing that kind of thing, at least for fun. I don't know if he intends to do it as a career.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes. Same here with Charlotte. She was interested in making Roblox games and downloaded a bunch of things and like watched some videos on it. And then we also did Game Builder Garage together.
Game Builder Garage.
Yeah. And that was a lot of fun. Making the tutorial games in that and like altering them in other ways. That was pretty
Did you guys
fun.
do Mario Maker as well?
Yeah, we played Mario Maker together and made Mario levels. And then, had each other run through them. And that was fun. But yeah, not so much for like commercial purposes, I guess.
No.
But yeah.
My kids have not shown an interest.
Well,
They have an interest in video games.
Uh-huh.
But not
How
an
could they
interest in
not?
making them? Yeah.
How could they
Well,
not?
for a while, I didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, it's so because it's not the same as when we were growing up having an interest in video games. You know what I mean? Because games are so ubiquitous now. I mean, everyone has a handheld device of some sort, so you kind of can't get away from games.
True.
But it's not like being a video game player when we were kids, where it was like you literally needed to have a really expensive PC. Or your parents needed to buy you a game console.
Right.
But like there was quite a while with all three of them where, I mean, they're surrounded by video games, but they weren't really showing any interest in playing them. But that's since changed. My youngest is like super into Roblox and Minecraft and Forza Horizon for some reason. Such a weird
Forza
mix of
Horizon?
games. Yeah. She just picked it up one day and really liked
Oh.
driving around just free form.
Well,
And-
50% of Turn 10 did get laid off. So apparently the Forza franchise,
I think it'll only be Horizon moving forward.
it'll only be Horizon. Like Motorsport is dead, apparently. So that's
And
great.
the oldest one loves Harry Potter, even though she can't stand J.K. Rowling at this point.
Yeah.
But we ended up buying a copy of what's that?
Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy. We bought it used, so we kind of told ourselves like we didn't send her any money. And other than that, she loves Pokemon. She was playing Arceus yesterday on her Switch.
Excellent.
All right.
And I forget what the other one, but she has 2 Pokemon games. So, and my son is super into. He just played through Grand Theft Auto 5 this week.
Whoa.
Out of the blue, he just like decided I want to play Grand Theft Auto 5, and he
That's
finished
a retro game.
Right. And this morning, I think today, he finished Call of Duty World War II, which he loved. And I was like, listen, you got to go back and play like Call of Duty 2. Like you know, if you're gonna go, he's like, well, isn't that gonna be really old? It's like, yes, but you might still like it. And I think, I don't know, is that one on Game Pass? Most of the Call of Duties are on Game Pass, but I don't know if the old ones
I'm
are.
not sure.
Anyway, yeah, so they do love games, but they have never shown interest in making them.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do this one from hacker alias Grain Geek John, who says, a question for you guys. What's a good game that's one feature away from being great? For me, it's Expedition 33. Started fantastic, but now a mini map away from dragging me back into playing. Too many times walking around in circles.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. Yeah.
Right. I mean, they are smaller areas, but they do get more complex as you continue along through the game. I think.
Yeah, that Cliffs area I'm in now, it's had a few branching paths, which I'm just like, shit. Like, is this the critical path? Because I don't want to go down this if it's critical path. I don't want to miss something. Although you can revisit all the areas, but
you can revisit them. Yes.
But yeah, I do get that. That's a legit complaint. For sure.
Mini maps would be a good thing in Expedition 33. Maybe they'll add one. Who knows?
Maybe.
Still possible. Other games that are one feature away from being great?
Nothing springs to mind. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Mario Kart World.
What's the
What's the one feature?
They need a Grand Prix mode that doesn't make you drive between tracks. That would be a good feature.
I guess.
You need tracks that don't have those big long strips of road leading to them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the only bad thing you can really say about Mario Kart World.
I agree.
And it's a big enough thing.
It's a big piece.
Yeah, I hope they do fix that. And Nintendo's been getting a lot of flack about
They're not gonna.
In online play, if you do like online races, there used to be a way you could pick random and then it would do 3 laps of just one track. And
Yes.
well, they patched the game, got rid of that. So now you have to do the intermission race to the course. And I wish there was a way. I mean, maybe Nintendo will add it. Like, just do the 3 laps of the course. Like, it seems odd that that's not an option. Online play with randoms.
It feels like it's being forced on us to drive home the open worldness of it. You know what I mean? It's like, remember, this is an open world game, and it's like, yep, I get it.
When it's in part of Knockout Tour, it's great.
Well, that's just it. Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, in Knockout Tour is my favorite part of that game. But
I know it's so good. But when it's part of I would rather do 3 laps of one track. I would rather
absolutely.
Do that, but who knows if they'll allow that? I'm hoping still they're gonna add non-Mario series characters to it, but who knows if that's
Breath of the Wild
be a real thing.
Was 1 or 2 good features away from being a great game. They were the features they added in Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Honestly, I think the Zelda GPS feature that they added in the mobile app, the Nintendo Switch mobile app, like why not just have that be part of the game?
Yeah,
like that doesn't make any sense. Why it's not part of the game? Because it'd be a useful thing, especially for somebody like me that now like I just want to go through and clean up the things I haven't done in the game. So that would be nice. Anyway,
I'm sorry, I'm picking on Nintendo, but I'm just thinking about
yes, you are.
All
right,
Nintendo.
Let's do. We'll end with this one. I think. God. Okay. This is going to be a short show, but not as short as I thought it was going to be.
Uh-oh.
I thought it was going to be very short.
Are we going to get real again tonight, CJ?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're real all the time. When do we not get real? This is the really real. No. We're going to do this one from hacker alias Egfu Young, who says, are there any games that no one remembers today that you thought were going to be a big franchise when they released? Did we already do this one?
I don't think so.
Was this the one where I mentioned Death Jr.?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We did this one.
Yeah.
We did
we
do
did
this
this
one.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forget about that. Delete that from the outline.
Death Junior.
Junior.
They were hyping that up.
That's
You know what?
true. That's true.
Remember what game they pushed so hard? I'm reminded of Blasto.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Nobody
Blasto was
pushed
going to be like
Blasto.
Sony pushed Blasto.
Yeah,
Sony
they were
pushed
pushing
crazy.
Nobody else pushed Blasto.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But it's like that was up until the moment you played it. That was going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, maybe not.
They were really selling it.
Who?
It had Phil Hartman. That's kind of what it had going for it.
And Phil Hartman was killed like
he was I think
right after that
yeah.
game came out.
Yeah. Did he even did it even come up before? That was during E3 one year. I remember that. I remember that's where I heard about Phil Hartman dying.
Let's see.
Oh,
Blasto.
okay.
March 31st, 1998.
Would have been before E3.
Let's see. Phil Hartman.
I thought it was 97 that Phil Hartman died, but I guess I'm wrong.
You know what? Phil Hartman was alive for about 2 months after Blasto's release.
Okay.
Because he was killed on May 28th.
Oh,
Which
March
again
31st.
was E3 that year. Because I remember we got into our hotel and me and one of the people I traveled with were going down the elevator to the gift shop. And while we were in the gift shop, we heard it on the radio.
Ugh.
They were listening to the radio at the gift shop.
Ugh.
man.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, Blasto.
But I mean, that
Sony-
I'm just saying that game was pushed like crazy.
Sony
Also,
paid for like a
why?
fancy cover for that game.
Yeah, they
Really?
did.
Yeah, the manual cover was like it had like glossy like foil covering over it.
Oh,
and
like
stuff.
working designs.
Like a working
Yeah.
designs game.
No, they went all out with that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bill mentions Floygan Brothers, which is what he
Floygan
mentioned last
Brothers,
time
that's
this
another one.
was asked.
That's
Yeah.
what we talked about. That okay. So
Yeah.
we have done this one. Then we'll do a different one.
Oh my goodness.
We'll dig back into the archives. I do
Ugh.
this one from Hacker Alias Docky, who says, I once played a game with terrible dialogue, so I changed all the written text to German so I could barely understand it. What silly hacks have you employed? I
mean,
remember, Phil,
Played a Yakuza game that way before.
what was the Vegas Stakes game on the Super Nintendo where you could change all the text? It was like
you mean
a
Vegas Stakes?
It's Vegas Stakes.
It was a plain text file. All the text in the game was plain
Yes.
text, so you could
Yes.
just change all of it.
If you had the game file and you could open it up in just like a hex editor.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did this like back in high school or whatever. Yeah, you could just change just go in with your hex editor and just yeah, the copy was all right there. You could just
Yeah.
rewrite it
Yeah.
and then run that version of the game, and all of a sudden swears and sex talk
Wow.
That's right.
because you're a obnoxious child.
You know what you just reminded me of?
What's that?
Turd Eat. Do you remember this?
Turd Eat. Yes.
It was a Tony Hawk thing.
I don't.
So
An
in
EGM.
it was an EGM thing, yeah. In Tony Hawk, I don't know which one it was, probably 3.
Uh-huh.
You could play horse,
Right.
right? Which we just basically you were matching each other trick for trick and
Right,
whoever
right.
spelled, yeah. But you could edit
Oh,
the word you were working towards.
I
And
see.
I'm guessing it was probably Crispin Boyer
Mm,
or Sean Smith. It was one of
definitely.
yeah.
those two who changed it to Turd Eat. And I didn't know any better. And they were like, they would reference it constantly. And I think there might be a picture of it in the
Yeah.
magazine in one of the preview or review pages.
Very
I don't know
possible. Quite
though. But anyway,
probable.
I remember it being treated like a feature, and I had no idea what they were talking about was horse. And
Yes.
I remember having a conversation with, I think it was Rob Fleischer, who was doing PR. So maybe it was Tony Hawk 2 on the Dreamcast because Crave released that. in the US, and Rob Fleischer was the PR guy for Crave there for a while, was doing PR for them. And I remember referencing it in a phone call to him, and he was like, "What are you talking about?"
Turdy. No, the turdy mode. Excuse me?
Turdy.
Turdy. Don't you know your own game? What the hell?
We tell you here at the EGM office, we love turdy.
That's right.
Yeah. Excuse me?
You
Did I
heard
read
me?
that correctly?
If you're not turd eating, you're not welcome here in Oak Brook. Let me tell you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Reminds me of we had just moved to Washington in 2019, and COVID hit, and then we were getting our COVID boosters and like going through like the drive-through or whatever, and the person at the drive-through asked me if after this if I was gonna go get a bag of dicks, and I was like, excuse me?
Is he asking you out or?
Excuse me? No, it's a Dick's Drive-Through.
Yeah,
It's
Dick's
a
Drive-Thru.
restaurant.
Yeah. They have very
Seattle
good
area.
hamburgers.
They have hamburgers. And it's like, did I hear that?
Go get your
Excuse
meat
me?
at Dick's.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's our show for this week.
This is what CJ gets though when he goes out wearing his Big Johnson shirts.
Which I do constantly.
Yeah, exactly.
Except I add a T on the shirt so that it says Big Johnston.
Oh, you always write you get a little carrot with a little T right there above it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to.
Of course, you said this was when you were doing the drive-through COVID shots.
Yeah.
So you rolled up and you were like, "Is this where I can get my hot beef injections?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Arby's. Everybody knows.
You know what actually related to that question
Yeah.
that Docky sent in?
Okay.
Um,
we're continuing the show. We're not. Okay.
Well, I'm going to actually
Go.
answer it.
Please go. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because
I didn't realize if you had a real answer.
Because your Vegas Stakes story, well, my
really
Vegas
your
Stakes
story.
story that you prompted actually has nothing to do with the question that was asked.
True.
Yeah.
A hack that we employed.
I did in Mario Wonder.
Uh-huh.
I changed the language that the flowers, because the flowers talk in
I
that
remember
game.
you talking
Right.
about this. Yes.
And I changed it to, I believe, Finnish, maybe. But I changed it to a
the
language.
flowers were annoying as hell.
Yeah, because I did not like the flowers talking.
Yeah.
So I changed them to a language that I have zero familiarity with.
Mm-hmm.
So I just was hearing, to my ignorant ears, just delightful, charming noise
Yes.
that probably means something if you could understand the language. And that's
That's a
what
great
that was
hack.
my way of enjoying the flowers in that game.
That's a great way
so,
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a real answer.
There is a real answer.
What do you think about that?
Or in Star Wars Outlaws, just change the damage that enemies do down to like 0 and turn up the damage that you do to them to like 20.
How does that?
That makes it easier. Makes
Oh.
it better.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a hack.
Okay.
Not
is
really
that a hack? Or
No,
is that just adjusting
Life hack.
difficulty?
it's just adjusting difficulty. I'm a console gamer. What hacks? No,
Yeah,
I like the show Hacks. Have you ever seen that? It's a good
I have
show.
not.
No.
It's a real good show. You should watch it on HBO. Yeah, HBO Max.
What's it about?
HBO?
About hackers?
No, it is about a Las Vegas comedian, kind of like a Joan Rivers type, where she always wanted her own talk show, and she was like performing at casinos, but really wants to like reinvigorate her act, and then hires a 20-something millennial to help her out with that, and hijinks ensue.
Mm.
But it's a great show. It's a Mike Schur related show. So
Okay.
Parks and Rec.
Part of the
and
Schurverse.
It's part of the extended Schurverse.
My kids are into
Yeah.
Parks and Rec now, so I'm finally seeing some episodes. That's a pretty good show.
It's such
It
a
is.
great show.
I should
Starting
watch the
season
whole
2.
thing.
Once you get out of season 1,
It has
So just
its
like The
moments.
Office.
yeah,
Just like The Office. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right.
yeah.
Rob G says, please do your Finnish impression, Phil.
No,
That was it. That was the impression.
it would probably sound racist.
Oh, yeah. Do something so that people don't remember what I did earlier.
What did I miss? What's going on?
CJ being like super misogynistic.
This might be the carbon monoxide talking, but
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It just flew into my brain and I had to.
CJ was getting so much positive buzz over his opening up to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it. I'm not that way.
So CJ,
No, yeah.
now that you
Hi.
are the Player One Podcast by icon,
Jesus Christ.
Bicon.
and I am the Player One Podcast's Buy Too Many Toys icon.
Oh,
Jesus.
there you go.
What does that leave Greg here?
The poor one.
He's the carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
carbon monoxide. Monoxide.
that just rolls off the tongue.
Carbon monoxide. Monoxide.
Yeah. I think that's how it goes.
Perfect.
Flawless. We did it.
Absolutely.
Let's just make this our lost episode. Let's just delete it. Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for joining us. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, don't do it too hard. To Player One Podcast on various social networks, and yeah, like Blue Sky. We like Blue Sky, don't you?
Yeah.
Or you can go to our internet website at playeronepodcast.com. There you'll find all sorts of things. Our contact information, you'll find show notes and links to all the things we talked about. A link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners and all kinds of things. All kinds of things. Go ahead, Phil.
Okay.
Oh, is it my part?
Yeah, it's your. Yeah, why not?
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting playeronepodcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1 podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Twitch televisions, all over the darn place. Follow our Blue Sky account to find out when we are doing our next live show. Typically, it is on Sunday evenings at 5:30 specific time. So join us, won't you? And I'll tell you what, if you like what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1 podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. Greg needs CO2 detectors in the worst way. And we got to load up his house.
And other than that, I mean, I also have enough money to buy those reissues of the Mask toys. Those look awesome.
That doesn't seem like a show related expense, though.
Well, let's talk.
You know.
The mask toys?
I bet you I can make a case for it. Did you not know about that, Phil?
Like smoking.
No.
Like
not at all.
somebody stop me.
No, still wrong.
Like I have a motorcycle that turns into a helicopter.
That's the one.
Hachi, Machi, Cuban Pete. Like that mask?
Yes,
Okay.
mostly.
Wait a second.
I did see those. I
They
did
look
see
great.
those toys.
I'm so excited, but it probably about $500 by the time they got to my door. So no.
Greg is referring to Mask, the 1980s action cartoon series, not the Jim Carrey vehicle, based on the Dark Horse comic book.
Right.
MASK in this case is an acronym. Greg, do you know what MASK stands for?
Mobile Armored Strike Command.
Look at that. This guy
I
is a pro.
loved those toys when I was a kid. Oh my god, I had so many
Oh.
Mask toys.
Did you really?
Oh,
I
that
did
and
not.
Transformers were and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did not have MASK toys.
Oh, I love.
I had some friends who did, but
For the Canadians in our audience, I used to go buy them at Consumers Distributing.
oh, who didn't love going to Consumers Distributing?
It was the best.
You know, down here we just had Amalgamated Toys for our really
Service merchandise.
bland corporate named. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, those new toys do look great.
They do. I
Are
won't
you gonna
be
get those
right.
Constructicons? That's what you need.
No,
It was
can't
the
justify
80s
any of that.
movie with Cher and Eric Stoltz. That's what we were
Saw that a few times. That was one of those A&E mainstays.
Oh yeah.
Randomly, you'd turn on A&E, just flip past A&E, and it would just randomly be playing that and Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine is great.
I
Have you seen
loved
that?
Enemy Mine
love
when I was a
Enemy
kid.
Mine.
Yeah. Not so great when you watch it now, but
Really? Oh,
it's okay.
oh, okay.
Hmm.
But I loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was down with that.
Ugh. Anyway, what we will use your funds for, of course, is to keep our podcast flowing. Maybe try and keep Greg from breathing CO2.
Mm.
Too late.
We'll see.
Oh.
No promises. But if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
Cheap.
you gain special weekly access to a bonus episode we recorded right after this, where we play games, crack wise, having fun, doing all that stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ.
Yes,
Do we have a game for this week?
Phil. We do have a
Oh.
game this week.
Well, that's good.
It is a Star Trek Jeopardy.
Oh,
Just in time for Star Trek Minute. Yeah. And Hacker Alias Behind D says that don't worry, there will be some video game related questions.
oh,
And
I mean, there have been a lot of Star Trek video games.
Well,
I have not played a lot of Star Trek video games.
Most of them weren't amazing.
Me neither.
Yeah, that's
I played.
probably why I haven't played them. Well,
So we'll do that.
we'll see how we do.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
We'll see how we do. And if you have a couple bucks left over, why don't you go to patreon.com/Greg Seward to help support Greg's outstanding, and it is outstanding, web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil. And if you are a supporter of the $3 variety,
That's very cheap.
hello, Satan.
What's up?
You'll be happy to hear that my home is safe from carbon monoxide.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was a little bummed.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Greg's gonna be coming over soon. But alas,
Wow.
Wait, what?
Wow.
you giving? Is that spoiler alert?
I got your room made up for you. It was right down the hall from mine.
Okay.
Oh.
It's got a sleep apnea machine in it, though, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You're not a monster.
No, I don't know.
No.
I mean, they're filled with piss.
It feels like the whole world's just trying to kill me in my sleep.
I mean,
Between the sleep apnea and the carbon
Yeah.
monoxide, you know.
well, I mean, the alternative is while you're awake.
Yeah, that sounds worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem,
Kind of
buddy.
worries me that you already know that's where I'm going. You get early access
It's
to
my job.
all of my videos if and when they ever get completed. I'm still working on the Joe Montana, not Joe Montana.
Montana.
Joe Montana football. I would have paid money for that. How did that never
Montana
end
back
up,
to pass.
How did that never end up in The Simpsons somehow? Joe Montana football.
I don't know.
Anyway,
He played Fat Tony.
he did.
Look at that.
He was great.
It's all coming together.
That's it. That's all I got. Thank you.
Oh.
Please support the show.
Yes, you should. Is that it then?
Yes.
Anyone have any further business with the show?
No.
No.
Okay. I'm calling it then.
Okay, do it.
CJ,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Of course. Gregory,
Yo,
we're glad you're okay.
so am I.
I would imagine you would be. Oh my gosh. And a special thank you to Canada's finest firefighters for saving the day.
Yes.
The,
Heroes one and all.
the dude who was driving the fire truck was in
Yeah.
my graduating class, my high school graduating class.
You
Well, you
said
mentioned that.
Oh, I mentioned that. Okay, I couldn't remember if I
mentioned
told you guys or CJ's best friend Mike.
Oh, well, you may have told him too, but you told
Nah.
us.
Yeah.
Did you know this guy? Like, were you
Yeah, I mean, we weren't like super close friends or anything, but
okay?
knew each other.
Like, it'd be really awkward if like you were like his bully.
Bullied.
That would be really awkward.
Yeah, or if like he was
But
the one bullying you.
I was no one's
Mhm.
bully, so
Really?
and I didn't have a bully, so
Well, good.
That's
Yeah.
Just-
good.
Kind of skirted by.
yeah, I just kind of kept to myself and
Smart.
didn't upset anybody, so
That's the way to do it.
didn't antagonize anybody.
Good. Unlike today, you brute.
I don't understand.
Greg, thank you.
Thank you, Philip.
And of course, a big old thank you to you, our wonderful, wonderful listeners, every single darn one of you. Remember, check the batteries of your fire and smoke and CO2 alarms.
Yes.
Really,
Make sure those
the
are,
expiry dates on the side of them. Just read them. You don't even have to check the batteries. Just read them.
there you go.
Idiots.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to myself.
Oh,
Oh.
taken care of. It's okay. It's okay. Take care of yourself, your loved ones, your family, your friends. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself, my dear friends. And we hope to see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.